Alright, I'm back with another video. Alright, so I drew this diagram here, and this is a person, and you could basically think of this circle here in these lines as their consciousness, or basically their outreach into the infinite, right? Or, into the mind. And basically, I drew all these boxes around these different subjects and, topics that can limit basically that person's outreach into the infinite mind, or limit their conscience, limit their consciousness and their awareness of themselves, the world around them, and also ultimately limit their mind for what's possible and what they can experience. So to the side, I wrote some notes and I'll kind of talk about it. But these are basically boundaries. These are basically boundaries that either a person puts up themselves or is set up in society and is cast upon that person or a group of people in that way. And they're basically limitations. They stop you from being infinite. They stop you from being able to fully express yourself and be who you are, right? And it's like a confinement, it places yourself in a box within your own world, right? And people walk around every day in their day-to-day lives in their own world. And just like in that other video I made when I was talking about worlds and how people can relate to each other based on the type of things that they're interested in and the information that they share, and they start joining worlds together, right? And when you have all these different boundaries and boundaries and limitations set on yourself, it just stops you from really experiencing all that is. And it's a world void of the infinite. Your world will eventually be void of the infinite because you won't be able to see or know that the infinite is there anymore, because of all these different boxes that end up making a box around you. Is basically a wall of limitations, and you will get stuck. You'll get stuck in reality. You'll get stuck in your own world. You'll get stuck in many different places in your life, emotionally, mentally, physically, whether you're trying to lose weight or reach certain goals or regain your attention span or strengthen your vibration, or whatever you're trying to do. You'll get stuck because certain things hold a certain weight upon you, especially with how much that you really feel for whatever you're captivated by. And then just to give some examples, right? Religion, a lot of people are stuck on certain religions and giving their faith to a certain deity or God or whatever, and they're stuck on the Bible and they believe the Bible is very literal and things of that nature. And then some people get stuck on conspiracy theories, like when people consider themselves to be woke or spiritual or enlightened, and then they start going on a rant, they start raving about conspiracy theories and all type of stuff. Not to say that whatever. It's just people get stuck on that stuff, and people get stuck on problems and not providing any solutions. People get stuck on fear mongering and just trying to expose stuff but not giving any solutions, or just trying to share certain information that will keep you down in a lower nature, a lower vibration. Excuse me. So some people get stuck on relationships, like you have a breakup and you get stuck on that, like your energy, your emotions are tied to that, and you're stuck. You can't love anyone else because you're stuck on that breakup. Some people get stuck on food. They have bad eating habits, get stuck on their emotions. They can't calm themselves. The emotions have control of them, right? So they can't expand beyond that. Some people get stuck on race, white versus black lives matter, all that, whatever, right? Government, politics, some people get stuck on that. It's all these different things, and especially entertainment like social media. You have to overcome these things and not let them keep you stuck in whatever you are trying to experience, because ultimately you are the best version of yourself, and you are connected to the infinite. So you are infinitely the best version of yourself at all times, no matter what you're going through, no matter what you're experiencing, no matter what the future holds for you, or no matter what you are in that present moment in time. You're the best version of yourself, and you'll infinitely always be the best version of yourself. So that goes on to say information is the key to expanding beyond these boundaries. But the only way to get more information is to follow a certain concept in my mind that helps me. It's not the only way, but this is a concept I'll show you that helps me. But just, notes on the side as well for this diagram. But this is a person who is standing on information, who has information as their foundation as for who they are, and for the decisions that they make and the things that they allow to come into their lives and to shape, how well they are aware of the world around them and the world that they live in. And then this person here can experience an infinite amount of experiences because they don't have these boundaries or limitations or walls or blockages keep confining them, because they're free, right? And will not be stuck on only one thing. When you're not stuck, you are free to move on. So this is what helps me. This is my last note, but is to acknowledge any type of blockage or roadblock or anything in the way of where you are going in your journey or your path. You have to acknowledge that you are hurting. You have to acknowledge that your mind is fixated elsewhere, or that you can't do something, or that you believe you can't do something. You have to acknowledge it, and to understand why you think the way that you think, and you feel the way that you feel, and you do the things that you do. You need to understand yourself to such a point in a degree to where you can heal yourself, love yourself, and do all these great things for yourself. You need to understand not only yourself, but the people around you, the world around you, your environment. And you need to understand that, and then go beyond that, go beyond the understanding. And once you do that, you can accept all that is. And that's basically it. And you'll be able to go beyond. You'll basically be able to go beyond.